my God, look at that. Jesus.
August 8th, 2023 in Maui, Hawaii. So I'm sure most of you already know about what happened in Hawaii. First, let's listen to the 911 calls, which are only clips of all of them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the full audio. Anyway, let's take a listen to the calls and I'll be back with more info.
911 emergency.
Ma'am, what do I do? I'm at Lahaina Surf. The fire is coming our way.
Ma'am, if the fire is coming your way, then leave if you have to leave. Evacuate. Don't wait for somebody to tell you to do it.
But I cannot get out of my door. There's flames blowing into the house.
What? 911?
Hi, I called early about all my kids that I left in Lahaina Luna.
Okay, are you able to get to them, or is somebody going to get them and evacuate? Because everybody needs to evacuate.
But I called early to see if they can get them because they don't have a car. It's a 19, a 12, and a 5 years old.
Okay, ma'am, I understand that. They're all working on this fire. They're not able to just go and get your children. Are you able to get your children?
No, I'm not.
Well, I live at Lahaina Surf on Waine'e Street, and the apartments right across the street is on fire at the old folks' home.
At the old folks' home.
Yes.
We did get multiple calls on
Lahaina
that.
Surf.
We did get multiple calls. Okay, from Lahaina
Surf.
Surf.
Oh my God! Is there any fire people coming?
Every fire is in that area. Everyone we have is in that area. Okay.
Oh my God! Is there any way I can help?
Evacuate. Collect everything you need. Assist everybody in getting. Evacuate. Evacuate to Lahaina Civic Center.
We just can't get out. There's no way out.
Yes. Okay. They're working on the fire. All I can tell you is to get out of that area. They're working on it.
Dead end.
Hello? 911 emergency.
Okay, how are we supposed to get out of here? They put us on a Hurricane Road, and they locked the gate, and they made us all turn around.
Wait, I'm sorry.
And we're in Lahaina.
Okay, ma'am. They put you... Yes. What happened?
They routed us straight through on the Cane Hall Road instead of going down to the main highway. And then now they shut the gate for everybody to go through. And they put us going back towards the fire now. So what are we supposed to do? In the middle of brushland.
Okay, hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
And who's in the house? How many people?
2, mother and father, elderly.
Are they able to walk? Are they ambulatory, basically, yeah?
No, they're able to walk if they're still alive.
And they saw flames. What part of the house was on fire?
The trees above the house, I haven't spoken.
So did the structure itself catch on fire?
I'm understanding, yes. They just called to say, I love you, we're not going to make it.
And they were unable, did you tell them to get out of the house?
Yes, we've been trying to tell them. My dad was trying to fight the fire.
Okay, again, you were not able to tell them just leave it, walk away, and be able, you know what I mean? I know their instinct is to put it out, but at this point, it's not a good idea.
We tried to tell them he had not left yet, and then the phone got disconnected. The last words he said is, I love you, we're not going to make it.
The fire killed at least 115 people and destroyed more than 2,000 structures. And this is all according to the Associated Press News. Also, as of right now, no minors are no longer missing because of the fire. So the big question is, how was the fire ignited and was it preventable? This is what I found. Hawaii's electric utility acknowledged its power lines started the wildfire on Maui, but blamed county firefighters for declaring the blaze contained and leaving the scene, only to have a second wildfire break nearby Hawaii and becoming the deadliest fire in the US in more than a century. This caused Maui County to sue Hawaiian Electric for $5 billion in damages. And to be more specific, the civil suit seeks a jury trial and punitive and faultless damages to recoup cost and loss of revenue from the deadly wildfires. Also saying that it failed to turn off electric equipment before wildfires started on the island. If power lines had been switched off during exceptionally high winds and dry conditions, the destruction could have been avoided. Hawaiian Electric replied and said this in a statement. The power lines in West Maui had been de-energized for more than 6 hours when the second blaze started. The fire on morning of August 8th appears to have been caused by power lines that fell in high winds. That bare electrical wire that could spark on contact and leaning poles on Maui were the possible cause. Also, the fact that the fire appeared to reignite that afternoon of August 8th and tore through downtown Lahaina.
Hawaiian Electric, facing more than a dozen lawsuits for allegedly not de-energizing its power lines ahead of a severe wind event or properly maintaining its equipment, released a series of new assertions, including that the fire at 6:30 a.m., the morning fire, appears to have been caused by power lines that fell in high winds, that the Maui County Fire Department responded and reported it 100% contained, left the scene, and later declared it extinguished. And perhaps most importantly, at about 3 p.m., a time when all of Hawaiian Electric's power lines in West Maui had been de-energized for more than 6 hours, a second fire, the afternoon fire, began in the same area, with the cause undetermined. Hawaiian Electric has declined our request for an interview, but less than a week after the fires, the company's CEO told Tom this.
Why didn't you shut off the power when the wind started to pick up?
As I said earlier, it's still in the early days. We're still looking at all the information, and we haven't actually had a chance to do all of that at this time.
With all due respect, it's been 6 days, though, so almost 6 days.
And we've been putting everything we've got to helping our communities right now and our employees who are going through a lot.
Hawaiian Electric appears to be blaming Maui County for most of the devastation. So it's basically a back and forth on who's responsible for billions of dollars in damages, and not to mention that so many innocent lives were lost. And Maui Mayor Richard Bisson was not involved in Maui County's decision to sue Hawaiian Electric because his daughter Sable Bisson works for the utility on the island. Let's take a look at this.
Maui County says with regards to the conflict, the mayor, out of an abundance of caution and to avoid the appearance of impropriety because of family ties within HECO, did not believe it appropriate to be involved in the decision to pursue or not pursue litigation against HECO. The mayor and his administration now won't answer any more questions about HECO, and county lawyers say Bisson's managing director approved the lawsuit.
The mayor actually did not make that decision. He was conflicted out.
On Tuesday, after more dodged questions,
I'm not sure who was in charge,
and tempers flared,
Let me finish, brother.
a show of unity in a joint statement between Major General Kenneth Hara, Mayor Bisson, and Hawaiian Electric President and CEO Shelly Kimura that they're working together to ensure public safety.
And the community, the people, are also pissed off, as they should be. They feel that their own government failed them.
The government is liable for this, grossly negligent, at least if not criminally negligent, right? And they should clean up all that land, restore that land to the people who own that, because they failed here. They failed. The government failed.
I feel like crap on the ground. This is not right, and we should not be treated this way. We're in a hotel, and we have no communication. I cannot watch the news. I don't know what's going on. Don't go tell tourists, don't come Maui, because you're not speaking for us, the working people. You're speaking for yourself.
Much of the 4 hours of testimony focused on immediate needs for housing. The Maui Tenants Association calling for emergency orders to protect renters.
We've been receiving call after call of people who are being asked to be evicted by their landlords. People who are being displaced during a time of emergency. The landlords who have the gumption and the gall, the nerve, and the lack of empathy to push evictions on their tenants right now do not care.
I'm all for the people, and I agree with them and hope that things do get better eventually. But give me your thoughts. What do you think about this disaster? Leave it down below in the comments. Also, rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives, and shout out to the community. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to talk about real quick, then we'll move on. Oprah and The Rock. I'm sure you guys have seen the video of them asking for money. And when I watched it for the first time on TikTok, I was just like, what? I was thinking to myself that Oprah is a billionaire and also owns land in Maui that also wasn't affected by the fire. And The Rock, who has hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me and with a lot of people as well. Also, give me your thoughts on that. And if anything changes in the lawsuit or any other information comes out, make sure to leave it down below in a pinned comment. Let's move on to the next one. Hello everyone, future me here. I'm using my phone to record. Sorry if the quality is bad. But anyway, there's something else that I want to add to this case, and it's a news report. And it's titled, New Evidence Emerges from Lahaina Fire 911 Tapes. The tapes highlight that individuals were trapped on Front Street and Baker Street for an extended period, lasting 1.5 hours after the 2:50 p.m. flare-up was reported. Let's take a look at this news report.
911 emergency, how can I help you?
I'm calling down from Lahaina. We're on Front Street in Baker. There are a bunch of cars stuck in traffic down here, and the structures around us are on fire.
Oh no, fire! You were just stuck. There was nowhere to go, and there was no help.
Noelani Todd took video of Baker Street as the fire moved within 1 block of Front Street.
By about 4:10, we get to Baker Street. At 4:17 is when we got that emergency alert.
The text message Noelani received from Maui Emergency Management reads, evacuation order issued on Maui Island for Kilauea Mauka subdivision in Lahaina, a neighborhood a mile away.
You are not safe. You gotta find some way to get to the ocean.
The mother of 3 says she even started contemplating going into the water as traffic stalled and conditions worsened.
By 4:24, we're engulfed in black smoke. You can't see more than 4 cars ahead of you. Sparks start engulfing the car, shooting sideways across next to the cars. Shortly after that is when the parking garage at the outlet mall went up.
Okay. And nobody was there actively fighting the fire. Firefighters were seen here a mile away at 4:46 p.m. by Tamura's in the industrial complex. Meanwhile, Front Street becomes engulfed.
My 5-year-old just cried the entire time.
Oh no, what do we do now?
And it wasn't until after we got to behind Safeway where he could see a little bit of blue skies that finally he fell asleep too, because he was just so tired. There were so many people behind me that I have no idea whether or not they survived.
Noelani Todd is still asking the question so many other survivors are. Why wasn't incoming traffic contraflowed? Why was Highway 30 shut for at least 2.5 hours?
I mean, at that point, it just seems like you need to use the biggest roads to get the most people out. Ended up getting all the way to the end where you could have tried to get out, and then there was police officers there in cones.
And how was it a wider text alert didn't go out? With this advice, 911 operators offered to evacuees.
Just get out of Lahaina.
Of the entire city?
The entire city, yes. Just get out of Lahaina.
Noelani Todd and the 3 kids made it to the end of Front Street at 6 p.m., then past the Front Street roadblock. She said the police officer trying to manage the intersection appeared overwhelmed. Adding to the strangeness of it all, she says when her ohana finally arrived in Napili later that night, those she spoke to there had no idea what was happening to the south in Lahaina town.
So it seems like they were trying to stop these people from leaving. And if you look at the comments of this video, some of these read, it's obvious these people were set up to die, disgusting what was done to them. And please don't let this die. This was criminal. I'm still just mind boggled by the cops that were blocking the roads out. So yeah, as more details come out, I'll make sure to pin it down below in the comments. Now back to the video. March 1st, 2023 in Cocoa, Florida. A man calls 911 in a panic and tells the dispatcher this. Let's take a listen.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
4075. I need the paramedics. My girlfriend's son just called me and said his parents were dead. I just got over to the house because I didn't know what was going on. The grandma, the mom, the dad, and the sister are all dead, and the boys are the only ones alive. There's blood all over the place. I have no clue what happened. I just got over here from Rockwood.
Are you able to go inside?
I'm standing outside right now. I just went in the house to see. I was hoping the boys would play the prank, but they weren't.
And how many people are dead?
4.
And they're all adults?
Yeah, no, there's a 15-year-old girl. The other 3 are adults.
Do you know, and how old are the boys?
They're 6 and 9.
Are they with you?
I have the boys in my car right now. I took them out of the house so they weren't having to keep looking at it.
Did you see a weapon anywhere?
I don't see anything. Boys, stay in the car. Let me go back inside.
No, I don't want you to go back inside. I don't want you to go back inside, okay?
What the fuck?
Just, what's your name?
I just talked to her 2 hours ago.
Did they seem like they were beyond help?
There's pools of blood under them. The grandma's in her bed, the daughter's in her bed, the mom and dad are on the floor on top of each other in a pool of blood in the living room. The 9-year-old said he heard crackling. Like, I don't know if he knows exactly what time it was, but he used his sister's phone and called me. He said he heard crackling sounds. Basically, he was describing, I guess, gunshots, knives, something. I don't know. I wasn't.
Okay, so what time did he hear this crackling sound?
Hold on 1 second. Let me ask him. Unlock the car, buddy. What time, do you know what time you heard the crackling sounds, buddy? Okay. He was asleep.
Okay.
Hold on, buddy.
But he heard the crackling sound, he just doesn't know when?
Yeah, he doesn't know exactly what time. They were asleep.
Okay,
it was more than a couple hours ago. I spoke to their mother at like 8:30. The boys don't seem like it, no.
And how do you know their mother?
Boyfriend, kind of dating. I mean, we've been off and on for a little bit. She's had a lot of stuff going on with the family, trying to figure stuff out. So, holy shit, who's trying to call me?
And you're their mom's boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
now the dad. Does the dad live there? Because
no, he has an address up the road, but he just moved out recently. He comes over here a lot to watch the boys and stuff.
And he's in there?
The mom is laying on top of him. Like, she's by the back sliding glass door. He's flat on his back, and she's across him. The 15-year-old asleep in her bed. Well, she was in her bed. I'm not gonna lie, I just went and checked on everybody when I first got here because I thought it was a joke, but it's not a joke.
How long ago did the boys call you?
Well, second I can tell you.
Okay.
Shit. I would say about 1:40, 1:30, 1:40.
Did you see any suspicious cars in the area or anything?
The only vehicles in here are the 3 vehicles that belong here. There's nobody else around. The dog is missing.
Okay. But there was suspicious in the neighborhood that you saw?
Not that I saw coming in, but I was speeding coming through here because I was on the phone with the 9-year-old.
Okay. So try to stay calm for the boys, okay? Now, you said that they're not
for the boys, but I'm freaking the f*** out right now.
I understand. I know.
No, the boys are okay. Those guys just don't know what to make of it. They're sitting in my car right now. I got them out of the house as soon as I got here. And he called me and said, Mommy, Daddy, Grandma, and Sissy were dead, and that he needed me to come get them.
Okay.
and I was thinking it was a joke or something, but he showed me, and that I got over here, and there's blood everywhere.
Breathe. My units are on the way, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you know who could have did this? Or what could have been going on?
I have no clue. I don't know. I know the 15-year-old ex-boyfriend's been pestering her on Xbox, but he stays with his parents out in Melbourne. I don't honestly know. I don't.
So you said the 15-year-old has an ex-boyfriend who lives in Melbourne that did what on the Xbox?
He's been pestering the shit out of her on the Xbox. He got charged with shit a while back. He's been trying to get some personal items back from Kiara.
Okay.
That's the 15-year-old. But I don't think he would have a way to come out and do this. But holy. I can't even lie, I'm freaking out, but the reality of what I just walked in there hasn't even fully hit me yet.
Okay. We have fire rescue on the way, okay? So.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Just keep breathing. Now, did it seem like, did you see like maybe a weapon on the floor or anything like that?
I didn't look. I didn't look.
And just to confirm, it's 4075, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Do you happen to know the address of where the dad
I don't know what I don't know what his address is. No, I don't know what kind of weapon was used, but I know that looking at them, the mom and the daughter, it had to have been the head wounds.
Okay.
Because they both have really large pools of blood under their head. Okay, I got units coming in now.
All right, go ahead and speak with them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
When police get to the scene, they find 4 dead bodies. 15-year-old Kiara, 35-year-old Constance, 63-year-old Glenda, and 36-year-old Michael. So Constance is the mother of Kiara, Glenda is the mother of Constance, and the grandmother of Kiara, and Michael is the father of those 2 little boys that they mentioned in the 911 call. Okay, so who did this? If you're thinking it was the man who called 911, it wasn't. It was an ex-boyfriend of Constance, who's also the father of Kiara. They dated for 2 months, then left after she became pregnant. And according to reports, investigators quickly discovered surveillance footage from the victim's neighbor, which matched the description of the ex-boyfriend. After seeing that footage, they go to the home of the ex. Let's take a look.
Is your daughter's name Kiara?
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 Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, we found her deceased today.
What? Is this a joke?
It's not a joke.
No, sir. What? I'm, huh?
It's not a joke.
Oh, what happened?
We're still actively trying to figure that out. At this point.
she at school or something? What happened?
Like I said, sir, unfortunately, we're still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
We wanted to notify the father.
I had the same question to you guys. Was she home? Was she at school? Did this happen at a bus stop? Is it because of her boyfriend?
Well, we'd be hoping that you would be able to help us out with that as well. Would you mind coming down to the precinct and talking with us?
Not at this time. I need to process this. This is...
Dominic, they need to talk to you. You need to go... He has Asperger's, he has Asperger's, so he has a little bit of difficulty processing.
That's understandable. We're trying to figure out what happened to your daughter, sir. And if you come down and talk to us, that will give us a little bit more insight.
Yeah, we're trying to piece together a lot of information.
You know, I got a table, the dogs are up, I could have a cigarette. I mean, like you said, I don't even know where to start with this. This doesn't even seem real. I'm sorry. Excuse me. This doesn't seem real.
You gotta go talk to them.
On behalf of the sheriff's office,
Jesus.
Full condolences.
Are you gonna go with me?
She should be at school.
Yeah, she's supposed to be at school right now. I know she had the strep throat,
Bruce,
but I mean...
You could come as well. It would be helpful if you could as well.
I really do need someone to come with me. I'm sorry, I have Asperger's. I'm autistic. Fuck.
Would you be willing to come? Of course. As much information as we can get, it would be helpful.
Our office isn't very far from here. It's right down here on Gusset.
Okay. Well, let me.
We gotta put the dogs.
I gotta get some clothes on and. What do you want? Do you want us to come to that?
Are we still fucking awake?
To the
to
the Rockledge office.
You guys are upset, and we don't want you driving, so you could each ride with one of us. As you just got some of the worst news you could ever get, and we don't want anyone to get to that.
I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to process this.
All right, well, let me get some clothes on. What the fuck?
Domenico Claude Gigante was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of armed burglary while inflicting great bodily harm or death. Prosecutors are also weighing in the death penalty, and previous records show that Gigante faced a number of violence allegations in the past for convictions including animal cruelty and a no-contest plea to aggravated assault. But yeah, this man is extremely vile and evil, just the worst kind of person. Also, give me your thoughts on this case and tell me what you think. Let's move on to I believe this is the last call. May 9th, 2023 in Boca, Florida. A 12-year-old girl calls 911 from her home and tells the dispatcher this. Let's take a listen.
Orange County Fire Rescue. This is S26. It's in reference to... Yes. Tell me exactly what happened.
My brother started screaming. I don't know exactly because I just woke up.
Okay. How old is your brother? Oh. Is he awake right now? Sorry, is he awake?
I don't know. He doesn't look good.
But is he sleeping right now? Is he passed out or is he awake?
I think he's passed out.
Can you go to him now so we can check? Is he awake? Hello? Like he's sleeping? Okay.
Yes, he's still breathing.
Okay. So are his eyes closed, but he's crying, is that correct?
No, they're just closed.
Okay. But the person crying in the background, is that him?
No, it's still alone.
Okay.
FD, we'll respond.
Okay, thank you. And is your brother's breathing completely normal?
It looks like he is kind of forcing it.
Okay. All right, paramedics are on the way to help you now. What I need you to do is get right next to him so we can check his breathing together, okay?
Okay.
And the way you're going to do that, you're going to look at his chest, and every time it rises, you're going to count out loud to me, okay?
Okay.
Start counting right now. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. You can stop. You can stop. He has a good breathing rate, okay? Just stay right with him. Make sure his head is tilted back, okay? Is he in the bed? Is he laying flat?
His head is like hanging.
Where is he exactly?
He's like on the side of the bed.
Okay, just push him so he's completely flat on his back on the bed. The paramedics are on the way. If there's a defibrillator available, just send someone to get that now in case we need it later.
What is that?
And again, just stay right with him. Make sure his head is tilted back. And if he vomits, just turn him on his side and clean out his mouth and nose. But I'll just stay on the line with you until help arrives, okay?
Okay.
And do you know your brother's medical history? Does he have one at all?
He has convulsion history.
Okay.
He has gone to the hospital before because of it.
And I just want to confirm with you right now, he's not like twitching or anything like that or jerking?
No, he's just laying floor on the bed.
On the bed? Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Okay. Just let me know if anything changes with your brother. But just stay with him. If someone else in the house, if they can just unlock the front door, turn on the outside lights, and put away any pets if you have any.
Okay. I would also like to point out that my mother, the one that's crying, she is having trouble breathing.
Okay.
And her heart also kind of like started hurting out of nowhere.
Okay. SC, we're showing SO on scene. Okay, thank you. And just confirming with you, your brother's still breathing? Is that the deputy that you see? We're also arriving on scene. Okay, you're with the police? Okay, go ahead and talk to them.
So what happened here is that everyone in the house got exposed to carbon monoxide. Thankfully, all 5 family members survived. And according to reports, the family was operating a new compressor in the garage and didn't think it would affect them inside of the house.
Orange County Fire Rescue responding to a CO poisoning call in Apopka before 6 this morning. Firefighters telling us it was a 13-year-old girl who realized something was wrong.
Woke up, found the 6-year-old that was unresponsive and began screaming in the house, and they alerted 911 to come out and for the 6-year-old.
When crews arrived, their monitors alerted them to get everyone out. A mother, father, along with their 3 kids were all taken to the hospital with carbon monoxide sickness.
We're very lucky that she woke up in time to find the 6-year-old and alert the fire department as well as the rest of the family members to wake up.
Officials say the source of the potentially deadly fumes was an unattended air compressor.
They found a gas-powered air compressor that had been running in the garage earlier that evening that had run for a few hours.
Thankfully, everyone is expected to be okay.
And Fire Rescue Chief Rick Brocklow said this.
It's important to remember to change the batteries in your CO detector. Also, don't run a generator in your garage or house and have it at least a minimum of 20 feet away from the structure.
I'm sure that most of you already know what carbon monoxide is, but just in case, let me remind you. Carbon monoxide is a gas that has no odor, taste, or color. Burning fuels, including gas, wood, propane, or charcoal, make carbon monoxide. Appliances and engines that aren't well vented can cause the gas to build up to dangerous levels. A tightly enclosed space makes the buildup worse. Anyone exposed to carbon monoxide needs to get into fresh air and seek medical attention right away. What happens if you don't seek help? Well, carbon monoxide poisoning affects the brain and heart the most. Exposure over time might lead to symptoms that can be mistaken for the flu without the fever. Clear symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can include headache, weakness, dizziness, nausea or vomiting, shortness of breath, confusion, blurred vision, drowsiness, loss of muscle control, and loss of consciousness. There you have it. This might be a good reminder to check your CO detector. Oh, and shout out to the girl who called 911. I believe she did a great job. I mean, imagine being awakened by crying and screaming. And yeah, she reacted fast and called 911 and just handled it. Hello, future me again. I also forgot to end the video. I don't know, I've just been exhausted and sometimes I forget stuff. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I hope that you learned something from watching this video. And thank you if you're a patron, it means a lot to me. And if you want to support me or the channel, there will always be links down below in the description. And yeah, that is pretty much. Oh, and one more thing. I also apologize if I looked tired while recording this video. I only have like this gap of time to record and gather info and edit and all that stuff. But yeah, I was exhausted and I feel like I'm repeating myself with the same words over and over again. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to editing and stay kind, pass it around. I love you all, and oops, and I'll see you soon. Oh God, I forgot one more thing. If you're a patron, I'm also gonna include you in the description from now on every single video, and also on the end of the video. Yeah, I'm having a difficult time gathering my thoughts because, yeah, again, tired, exhausted, and I'm a bit of an idiot. What can I say? See you guys soon. Bye.